Today, we are taking a look at my F800GS, and it just turned 50,000 miles today. It's quite the milestone for this bike, and I'm excited to share it with you. Are you thinking about picking up one of these used BMW F800GSs? Here are the main reasons why I believe this bike still makes a whole lot of sense. First, reliability. These bikes are known to go the distance with basic maintenance. 50,000 miles is just getting started. Second, handling. On the road, it's smooth, stable, and comfortable at highway speeds. And off-road, it's light enough to feel confident on the gravel, fire roads, and backcountry routes without being overwhelming. And finally, value. In today's market, one of these used F800GSs really gives you true adventure capability without the premium price tag of the newer bikes. If you want one bike that can commute, tour, and explore, I believe this is still a solid choice. Today we're taking a look at my 2008 F800GS. This motorcycle has been around, I've had it for a couple years now. This is great. I started this channel on this motorcycle. Through the years I've had smaller dual sports and dirt bikes, of course, as I was a younger man, but this was my stepping up into, you know, a bigger motorcycle. So I'm gonna tell you what I thought about it. First up, is the F800 a reliable motorcycle? Honestly, I would say yes. This has been an incredibly reliable machine for us. It does have quite a few miles on it, so some maintenance things are gonna have to happen. I've done the clutch, of course, tires, brakes, but I'm not sure that those hadn't been done for quite some time when I acquired this machine. I would also have to say I had to do the stator, as it did leave me stranded once. The stator fried. Technically, I'm gonna say it wasn't the stator's fault. These big hella lights, one of them shorted actually, and was trying to weld itself to the frame as I was going down the road, and that fried my stator. It fried a couple other things too, but I did the work myself, got it back together, and got it on the road pretty quickly. But other than that, I would say it's been really reliable. How does this motorcycle handle long distance riding? It does pretty good for a middleweight motorcycle. I am not a middleweight guy, and so if you were a smaller fella or average, I would say this motorcycle is probably going to do pretty good for you, and it's also going to do much better off-road. I thought this was fine for long distance until I rode my buddy's R1200GS Adventure, and then as soon as I did that, kind of ruined me. I went home and started shopping for one almost immediately. But this 800 still is far better off-road than the 1200. The suspension's a little longer. It's got the 21-inch front wheel, and it's just lighter. The whole machine's lighter. But yeah, long distance, I've done a couple longer rides, I would say, some overnight camping trips, where we've done, several hundred miles at
at a stint, and it's been great. Does this F800GS have enough power? At 85 horsepower and 61 foot-pounds of torque, it actually pushes you around pretty good. It can keep up on the freeway with me on it, fully loaded down with camping gear for the weekend. So I think most people are gonna find it adequate, no problem. And I would say off-road, it's very usable. It has a really strong mid-range. It doesn't make a whole lot of power on the top end, and it does pretty good on the bottom end of things. So I think you're gonna find that the 800 really makes some nice power. One question you get riding this thing is people do ask about its off-road capabilities. For an adventure bike that you can, put some decent miles on, I would say it's extremely good. Being able to ride all day on the freeway, it's not too buzzy. Some of the lighter, smaller adventure bikes are going to be better off-road, full on. But this is really kind of a great middle ground, where if you're trying to commute on it and ride it on the weekends and maybe do a BDR or two and just go up and run some fire roads, it's about perfect. It doesn't get a whole lot better than this. The big question, would I recommend an F800GS to someone looking to get into adventure motorcycles? Yeah, yes I would. This is a great motorcycle. My daughter's boyfriend Mason has been riding this quite a bit in a bunch of our videos. He goes on rides with me, and I think he's kind of fallen in love with it. Also, my son, Drew, he's been working on getting his motorcycle license, and we have an F650 a G650 in the garage for him, an older one that's, if it gets dropped a little bit, we won't cry too much, but he has his eyes on this 800, so it's not going anywhere. I think it's gonna stay in the family for a while. So if I'm willing to keep it, I would definitely recommend it to somebody looking to get into the adventure motorcycles.
Hey, I really appreciate you watching this all the way to the end. It means a lot to me. See you next time.